Welcome back to The Real Story. The Americans formerly held prisoner in Iran are finally reuniting with their loved ones now. But in the middle of the happy homecomings is the absence of another American still detained in Iran. That is former FBI and DEA agent Robert Levinson. His family saying they feel betrayed by the Obama administration and are, quote, devastated by the fact that he was not part of this weekend's prisoner swap.
If they're okay with leaving him behind, someone who's been dedicating his life to his country, what does that say for other people who are serving our country? And how are they ever going to expect to have their government support them? And when they go overseas in these dangerous posts, dangerous missions, that's a very big problem for this country if my dad's left behind.
Well, Levinson disappeared in Iran back in 2007, making him the longest-held U.S. hostage in history. Democrat Congressman Ted Deutch represents Levinson's home district in Florida. He's a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee and the Middle East and North Africa Subcommittee. Congressman, great to have you on The Real Story. What is the real story behind Mr. Levinson? Where is he?
Well, we don't know where he is. What we do know is that he's coming up on 9 years since he went missing in Iran. We've been told that the Iranians are willing to cooperate, but cooperation isn't enough. Your heart breaks when you watch the family and talk to the family about what they're dealing with, especially when they watch the joyful reunions of other families with Americans who were held in Iran. It's time that Iran returns Bob to his family. That's what we're pressing. That's what the family's pressing for. That's what America's pressing.
You know, you can't even imagine what that family's going through Saturday morning when this news starts to break and it's starting to trickle in that Americans being held hostage in Iran are coming home. If you're that family, if you're the Levinson family, you're thinking, he's coming home finally. And then they say they feel betrayed because they were watching on TV like everyone else. They didn't have a phone call from the White House or anyone else.
Well, I know that we owe it to them, and I think the administration clearly owes it to them. Everyone should make clear that getting Bob home is the top priority. We have to remember that as great as the news was that Americans were released, that Bob Levinson was not released, that the family is still without their father, that for almost 9 years now, the longest-held American in history continues to miss family occasions. We need the administration to redouble its efforts. Secretary Kerry has told me multiple times that Bob's case was brought up in every meeting with the Iranians, but discussions aren't enough.
Okay, because I was just going to say, what can you do? I know Senator Bill Nelson, also from Florida, very involved in this, and somebody's got to do something, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed on that. I want to get your thoughts on more breaking news that happened today, because the Supreme Court is going to take up President Obama's plan to protect 5 million immigrants from being deported. Justice is expected to decide, what they're going to do with this case. Where do you fall on this, Congressman?
Well, I think that the president exercised executive discretion, just like Democratic and Republican presidents before him. It's been consistent throughout the enforcement of immigration laws. The real question is, what are we going to do about our broken immigration system? When are we going to take action that's going to benefit the American people and American businesses so that American employees and workers aren't competing with undocumented immigrants? The president was right to do this. The Supreme Court will uphold it. Congress has to act. Congress has to act. I supported the Rubio immigration plan. It was bipartisan.
Very interesting.
That's the kind of step we need to take.
Okay, fellow Floridian in that with Rubio. We will see what the Supreme Court does. Congressman, thank you.